Hey everybody, it's summertime, and I know this video is a little dark. I try to smile at you. There I am. Um, I am at a pretty sweet campsite that you can't see. This is just my feet and my little bed set up, my pillow and such. But just a little open air situation. Weather was great, a little warm, had me sweating yesterday, but the sky was clear all night, and the temperatures are getting more mild, so I don't have to be quite as bundled up, so I don't need my tarp to block wind or anything. So just open air setup, and you can't hear it or really tell, but the Blue Ridge Parkway, or actually I think it's Highway 128 or something, but there's a 2-lane road right here, maybe 100 yards, but not getting a lot of traffic all night. So pretty peaceful. And there's a fire ring you can't really see. And then the trail is just right here, next to that awesome sunrise. So yesterday I ended up doing about 27 miles, and it really kicked my ass because it was a lot of up downs and gains and losses of elevation, and the sun was out, so I was sweating, and I don't know, I got started yesterday feeling a little queasy, and I never really lost that feeling all day. I had some highs where I'd eat a snack and summit a peak and feel pretty good, but I just kept hitting lows after sugar crashes, and my body was just giving out from the 30 miles the day before. So 57 miles and change in 2 days, and my legs and butt are not happy, but my feet are feeling good, so that's good. Today I'm going to summit Mount Mitchell, and that's in the next 4 miles, so thing I'll do first, and I'm trying to get started a little early so it's a little cooler while I'm doing that. I know it's going to be a rough slog. And then there's some campsites and some resupply options, a little mini local grocery store and stuff like that I hope to hit up for lunch. So hoping today will be a good day with a lot of achievements and good feelings. And I'll let you know and film a little more once the sun is out and you can see my face a little better. Okay, bye-bye. I believe this little section of trail is an old horse cart or horse path. Maybe the old way to get up to Mount Mitchell back in the day. Well, here I am about to start the true approach trail for the Mountains to Sea trail up to Mount Mitchell using the Camp Alice trailhead. I remember in 2012, this is not an easy hike. This is a pretty steep angle the whole way, a lot of climbing over roots and rocks. At least back then it kicked my ass. We'll see what happens today now that I'm mentally prepared and a little more physically prepared. But just reading quickly on this sign, I saw that those wooden kind of beams in the road along that path I thought was a horse or cart path. It was actually an old railroad bed for tourists to get up to the top of Mount Mitchell back in like the early 1900s. So, learning. Here we go. Yeah. This Alice Camp Trail, I'm just a few hundred yards in, and it's already looking like the whites up in here. By the way, Mount Mitchell is like a couple thousand feet taller than Mount Washington or any of those whites. I think all the whites were just 4,000 foot peaks. If I remember correctly, could be wrong. Mount Mitchell is 6,682 or 84, I think. Don't quote me on that. Ooh. Whew. But yeah, this ain't no stroll. So that was the Alice Camp Trail / Old Mitchell trailhead. It was as rigorous as I remember, though not as long. It was only, I think, 1.5 miles. But it felt way longer back in 2012 when I was just a baby. Okay, cool. I was right. 6,684 feet. The whites and Katahdin don't have shit on Mount Mitchell. And this is where the Reverend Elijah Mitchell is buried, believe it or not. So yes, Elijah Mitchell was a professor at the University of North Carolina. I guess that's Chapel Hill. I think that was the only one around at the time. And it says he died in scientific exploration on this mountain in 1857 when he was 64 years old. And that means he was alive in the 1700s. That's nuts. When I did the trail in 2012, yet another look back in history. After coming off this mountain, you go down a trail and get to the Black Mountain Campground, I think it's called. And there, the caretakers, Mary Lou was the woman's name, and I think it was Bill. The last name Mitchell. And he said he was one of the last descendants from Elijah Mitchell. Now, I never verified his family tree, but it's pretty cool to meet the man. They were real nice. So I'll be going through that campground today after I come off of this mountain. But it's still pretty early. It's only not even 9 a.m. yet. Great weather again today. Last time I was up here, it was cloudy. Couldn't see any of this. I gotta pass through that campsite, maybe get some water, see if the Mitchells are still there, and get out to see some more of this beauty. All right, if y'all can see way in the distance, that is Hawksbill on the left and Table Rock Mountain on the right. And that's where I'm hiking. I think I'm gonna be there in a few days. So I'll be coming down the mountain here And I guess going through some of these small towns all the way over there. And over there is my favorite area on the whole MST. That's where Short Off Mountain is, so I'm really looking forward to getting there. And finally descended Mount Mitchell proper, down here on the River Loop Trail, which is gravel, very flat, a little bit of grade. And up here will be the mountain, or the Black Mountain Campground. I'll power up and get a little water, and then head on. Oh, and see if the Mitchells are still working here. So just coming out of the River Loop Trail, you can see it's mainly RV sites here. But you can definitely put your tent up if you need. There are several bathrooms and showers. Outlet over there beside the fridge, which has ice in it. There's drinks inside if you need them, snacks, and all the facilities are really clean. I believe you have to be camping here to use the shower, but there's a whole nother bathhouse up the hill and a whole nother loop of campsites up there. And you can drop off your trash and charge your phone. So great little stop if you need anything before you, or after summiting Mount Mitchell and before you hit this next section. And the water fountain up at the camp host site and little check-in center is not on because of COVID, they said. But they do have a great, super powerful RV drinking water fill up and bottle fill up here for anybody that needs it. So that's a bonus. Real nice, pretty, soft, flat trail right after Mount Mitchell. You gotta come up a little hill to get to the top of this ridge, but I'm liking this little denouement after that peak. Well, I don't know what mile I'm at, but I'm right here at the parkway. Some gap, maybe Bear Gap, I don't remember. But just down the way, there's like a vacation rental, I guess, kind of like an inn, bread and breakfast kind of thing, but just some rooms. I didn't get that far. It's like a mile and a half down the road. But there's also Effler's Grocery, which is 0.87 miles down that road. That is an extremely windy, steep road. Effler's Grocery, not worth it. Resupply, not great. They did have like some ice cream and drinks, but a lot of what you could take with you was heavy cans and just items that don't make sense for thru hiking. So resupply doable, but pretty bad. Also Confederate flag on the wall, so not welcoming of everybody. So round trip, I ended up asked for a spigot of water to fill my bottles. They said their spigot tasted bad, so bought a $2 bottle of water and some peanuts for a 0.6, just over 1.5 mile round trip for peanuts. So not a great choice, but back up this bridge right here, and the MST is up on the parkway, so I'm continuing on. Oh man, hey everybody, it is summer time on day 9, I think, and I'm worn out. 3 pretty big days in a row, a 30, a 26 or 7, and then today was just under 23 3 miles, I think. But I did Mount Mitchell, which is the highest peak east of the Mississippi, 6,684 or 82. And lots of up downs after that. And the sun was out in full force today, so I did a lot of sweating. And I'm tired, man. I got my clothes hanging up to dry out. I'm gonna have to get to a creek to wash all the salt off of them. But I'm just laid out open up on this ridge. Got a little view back there where the sun's at. Give me a nice sunset view. So, yeah, I am gonna be asleep before it's dark, and I deserve it. And that's about it for today. We'll see what happens tomorrow and how far I get. All right.